Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Well, gracious good morning to you good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do. And you know why I do it. It's Tuesday morning. It's June 24th. Excuse me. And it's 3:04 in the a.m. I've been in this office for about an hour now. No, I take that back, about 30 minutes. Excuse me. And I had to give myself my insulin, and I had to catch up on a couple, 2, 3 emails, and now I'm ready to talk. Yeah, I'm ready to talk. First on my order of business is I shared yesterday that I have a vacation coming up, and I've taken this vacation every year for, I want to say, the past 10, 15 years. A little over 10 years, I think. I'm gonna err on the side of shortchanging myself. And the reason that I take the same vacation, I know since I've been in my current position, it's been 9 years. The reason I take this vacation is 16 years ago, I heard the words, "You have cancer." And on July 1st, I had my surgery, and I heard the words, "We got the margin. You're cancer free." And ever since then, I have taken this same vacation to celebrate my blessing. Now, I have some other chronic health issues. As I began, I said I take my insulin. I found out I am type 1, or I think they call it 1.5 now, diabetic. Never knew I was diabetic until, I experienced a diabetic coma. Yeah, for 2 days I was pretty much out. And, the Lord called me back to the presence of my loved ones. And I've been eternally grateful. Even when insulin wasn't comfortable, even when numbers weren't what they should be, and from time to time I do struggle with the numbers, I'm grateful. And again, I never knew I was diabetic until this event. I always heard, "Oh, you're pre-diabetic, you need to have a better diet, this, that, and the other." And as I think back to some episodes of childhood, there was some telltale signs, but, back in the day, I'm no spring chicken, y'all. Back in the day, when hospitals cost folks an arm and a leg, you had to be darn near dead in order to get a hospital visit, because it was going to cost. Most of the parents in my neighborhood didn't have insurance for their kids. And like I said, you had to be darn near dead in order to get to a hospital. And the cold piece about that is my mother was an RN. But because, again, we didn't have health insurance, there was a lot of home remedies, a lot of patch-up jobs. There were a couple of times where folks had to have stitches, and we made it to the emergency room to get the stitches, but we never went back to have them taken out. My mom always took them out. Yeah. So there were butterfly stitches, things of this nature. The adhesive butterfly stitches. So, we didn't die, but the home remedies almost killed us. Anywho, that's the reason why I take the same vacation every year. And this year, in order to celebrate, I'm going to do something that I've said that, I was going to do some years back. Now, whenever I make these public proclamations, I need to tell you that they do happen. And I'm hoping and praying that the Lord blesses this project. One year I said I was going to go back to school. So I had my AA degree, and I got that in '83. And I said I was going to go back to school. Now, mind you, I was working full time. Okay. Had my own spot. Didn't have any money, but I wanted my BA. My family has a lot of alphabets after their names. There's some teachers, a lot of nurses. And at that time, my mother had obtained her bachelor's nursing and was working on her master's in nursing, which she eventually got. She was a director of nursing. She was teaching nurses' aides, and she was a hospital administrator. My sister had her bachelor's, and she attended some well-known schools. She went to Cal, and she went to Duke for her master's. So, I went to the local junior college for my AA, which was in liberal arts. And then I went to a private college for my BA, which is in humanities, with an emphasis in creative writing. I love to write. Love to write. And at that time, like I said, I was working full time, but I made a way to attend school full time after I got off work. So you can imagine how my personal life suffered, because it was so, my day-to-day was so full of structure and regiment that I had no free time whatsoever, because I was always doing homework or something of this nature. And just before my senior paper was due, my senior project was due, my computer crashed. And I built a computer from scratch, from the ground up. Within a week's time, I ordered the parts and put that bad boy together in order to salvage what I could, what I had saved to get my senior project done. My senior year, I had a 4.0 GPA and graduated with a cumulative of 3.89, which is my same high school GPA. Go figure. But some 20 years later, from my AA, I obtained my BA. Now, at one point, I had a poetry website up because I love to write, like I said. And on this vacation, I'm going to do, Lord say the same, I'm going to do what I've always wanted to do, and that's write a book. Now, I may have to self-publish, but it's been quite a while since I've add it to my poetry page, or put anything together beyond a business letter. So stay tuned for this lovely work of fiction, because that's what I'm going to work on during my vacation. Amen. And I'm going to get my poetry page back up, along with this t-shirt business that I'm running. I hope to be able to put a catalog together to really increase my sales and my productivity as far as that's concerned. Bear with me. A change is going to come.